Hey guys, welcome back to Waters Family Homestead. Well, as you can see, I took the box blade off and the arms, lifting it, and I got the backhoe attachment put back on the tractor. It actually wasn't that hard. Hardest part was taking the box blade off and those daggum arms. That might be a little big for this tractor or something, I don't know. But either way, I got it hooked back up, tested it all out, everything works. I need to rebuild this cylinder because it leaks a little bit, which I'm gonna get over there and show you. It don't leak much. It didn't spray at all while I was using it, so maybe this one's okay, but this one back here is squirting out fluid, and I was trying to dig up a tree back there that I want to take down, pushing it pretty hard actually, and I blew something up under here because it started squirting hydraulic fluid out from down here. It looks like I blew that hose right there. I'm not positive, but I'll have to dig into that later. But as far as working, it did everything it's supposed to do. The arms, when I hooked the hydraulics up over here, the arms picked it right back up, and I backed under the little hooks, set it down, and everything worked. So it's been sitting there for over a year, maybe a year and a half, I don't know, a good while. But since I blew that line, I probably need to repair or replace most of those lines, but I'm not gonna worry about it till I get that cylinder fixed. It's pouring out that cylinder when I'm working it. As long as I'm not moving it, it doesn't leak, but it's pouring out that cylinder. So that one there is the main culprit, and it leaked all down. But this one may leak a little bit as well, I'm not sure. But that one right there is the main one that leaks. But I had it revved up pretty good, probably about 1900 RPMs. Because this bucket, I think, is a little bit too big for this tractor. This is a 24-inch bucket. I'd like to have an 18 or even a 12. And I think it would dig a lot better because it just don't have the power it needs to put a 24-inch bucket in the in the ground. But yeah, it's definitely a 24-inch bucket. I'd like to have me a 18 or a 12. I know 12 small, but you can dig a lot faster with a 12 and with a smaller tractor. So, but I've got it going. Just got to figure out which hose I blew a little while ago, and I stopped, and you see it's still draining out of it. I blew quite a bit, but I was at the back of the property, back there in the woods, and had to get it back up here. So it is what it is. It doesn't spray when I'm not using the lift, but look at there, that burn barrel burned way down, and I actually put the fire out the other night. So all the wood that was laying out here around it and in it, everything's burned up to the bottom quarter or third of that barrel. So cleaned it up pretty well. I got one headache out of the way anyhow, just to create another one. But that's all right. I can get those cylinders redone. I'll find somebody that's reasonable at the price of doing it and get it done. But other than that, the tractor's running perfectly. I'm not having any issues with the motor or anything. So I want to get that hydraulic pump looked into first to make sure there's no blockage and maybe the screen's getting stopped up to weaken this front bucket. These cylinders do not leak. Those that lift the whole front end do not leak. So I don't have any leaks of hydraulic fluid on the front end, but it lost power on the front. So I just need to identify the pump and wherever the screen is in it, get that screen pulled out and probably flush through the system a little bit and make sure there's no blockage that's causing the issue. If it's the pump, then, replace the pump. But if looked it up online, and they're anywhere from $200 to $800 a piece. But I don't think the pump is weak because the back picks up and down and does what you want it to do without any issue. It stays where you put it. It holds it. And actually, the front bucket, I just had it lifted about 10 or 12 inches off the ground while I was driving, and it didn't drop that. It just has lost a lot of power. So my buddy told me it was probably debris in the screen, or, you know, blocking in the screen that I could pull and clean it. So we'll see. But that's a project for another day. But I got home about 6 o'clock today and decided, well, today's the day I need to hook that backhoe back up. And of course, it probably blew that line because it's been sitting out there in the weather for a year and a half or more, and dry rotted it. But that's okay. I've got extra hoses, hydraulic lines over there. If I just identify which one is leaking, take it off and put one of my spares on there, it'll be fine. But that cylinder leaking, it needs repacking. So it leaks pretty good when you're trying to reach with that claw. But either way, it works. And I don't know, I was thinking about selling the tractor, to be honest with you. It's I know the book value on this thing is a bit more than I paid for it, but motor wise, this thing is flawless. There's nothing mechanical wrong with the tractor itself. 4-wheel drive works, all that good stuff. So far as I can tell, there's nothing wrong with it. I've had it for going on 3 years, I think, and I haven't used it more than 6 or 8 hours. Well, maybe 12, 14 hours in the 3 years I've had it. So I may sell it and take that money and get my old Harry Ferguson back to going. I'm just as happy with that Harry Ferguson as I would be this. It doesn't have the backhoe attachment, of course, but it pulls that bottom plow and it pulls the harrow and all that. And I've got a dirt pan for it to pick up with. So, or at least I used to have one. I think I gave it away. But so I don't know. Just thought I'd show y'all what I was doing. I set the box blade on here. You believe that thing didn't have any rust on it when I bought it. Of course, I've had that longer than I've had the backhoe. I pulled this with my old tractor. So I've had that thing for 6, 7 years or more. And then I've got a Bush Hog, same brand as my box blade. A Bush Hog finish mower right in the edge of the woods, right behind the Kubota parts tractor. And it actually works too. So then I've got the 6-foot harrow back there, 5 or 6 foot. And then the 2-row bottom plow, which used to be a 3rd row, what I was told, and 1 row was taken off. But my tractors, neither one's big enough to pull that 3. So, but yeah, as far as planting the garden and doing stuff around the homestead, that old 53 Harry Ferguson fits me fine. I like having that backhoe, but it's not a necessity. So I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I did not let either of the other 2 chicken pens out today. I walked the run earlier just looking for sprigs of grass coming up, and I've actually got quite a bit starting to pop up over there. It just took longer than I thought. But either way, they're all doing fine. I need to fill that hole in. They've dug down to the little water line I put there. But they're all doing well. Feeders are full. Look, the old black turkey hen is already up on the roost, the high roost. And that's why I switched them, because the hen turkeys like to get up on that high roost. The chickens don't get up there. But they do like to be up higher. Now Tom, he gets on the regular roost. He don't bother to fly up there. But either way, it's been a decent day. Had to work at a plant that stinks to high heaven, and I smell like that, so I didn't want to be in the house. I got to go in there and get these clothes off and get them all thrown in the washing machine and take myself a shower. Not gonna name the plant, but it's they make dog food, and you know, yeah, there's chicken in dog food, y'all. Most of it's chicken, but that ain't. It ain't what you think it is. It ain't chicken breasts and thighs and legs. It's everything that humans don't eat. It's sent to the dog food plant to be processed and broke down to make dog food with. No telling what else they put in them. But anywho, I smell like that today, and I'm not happy about it. So, guys, I appreciate y'all listening and watching the videos, and those of you have subscribed, thank you very much. You know, I tell y'all all the time, I gain 5, 6, 7, and then I'll drop 4 or 5, you know, and that's exactly what happened. We had we got up to 5.99, then it dropped to 5.98, and then it dropped to 5.97, 96, and now we're down back to 5.95 if it stays there till y'all see this video. But it, you know, I was at 5.93 for a month. So I'm gaining, it's just slow. And I appreciate each and every one of y'all. So y'all remember what I always tell you. Oh, by the way, blueberries. I'm picking blueberries every day when I get home from work, and I'm putting them in a Ziploc bag. And, you know, they're just now starting to get ripe. I picked a dozen yesterday, and I got 10 today. So I'm just getting a little handful every day, and I'm putting them in that Ziploc bag till I save up and see what I end up with for the year. But anyway, thank y'all for watching. Remember what I always tell you. It's more important than anything else. Jesus Christ loves you. And so do I. Y'all be safe. Have a great weekend. Be prepared.